Mr. Johnson, do you understand what Her Honor read regarding the stay
Your
away?
Honor, I'm Gary Nelson with
Correct.
CBS 4 News. I beg the court's indulgence. My organization would object to this defendant's attempt to waive his appearance at this hearing under the rule of the Florida Supreme Court and under state law. Television cameras have every right to videotape court proceedings. Because of the arrangement that we have with this bond court situation, we are required to get our video that we are entitled to through this system. It would be our argument that this defendant, charged with multiple felonies, does not have the right to waive his appearance in this court. And we would argue that we have every right, and the community has every right, to see this defendant and know what he looks like should they see him coming in the future. He's charged with multiple serious felony counts, violent counts, choked a woman allegedly unconscious on 3 occasions during this violent home invasion. He's one of the counts is a no bond offense.
Mr. Snyder,
We would just.
thank you, Mr. Nelson.
I'm sorry.
Thank
We
you.
would just object to his waiving his appearance.
Thank you. Let me hear from you.
Judge, respectfully, it's not the media's first appearance hearing or probable cause determination or proof evident presumption rate determination. It's Mr.
Stay away
Johnson's.
order. You know what?
Mr. Johnson,
I agree with you, except I need to make sure he understands this stay away order, and I'd like to see him to make sure he understands the stay away order. If he wants to stand in the
Judge.
corner, I don't care. He
Judge,
has a right, I
Judge,
believe he has a right to
Judge.
waive his appearance, state.
Judge,
The state is not taking a position at this point.
okay, and Judge, Your Honors agreed before counsel, not counsel, but before the media representative appeared. Your Honor agreed that you could read the stay away order. The room was open. Mr. Johnson heard the stay away order that Your Honor read. He acknowledged that he heard it. He acknowledged he understood it. There's no reason for
I
him to be
understand,
present.
but I may not be doing my job adequately if
Your
I do
Honor,
not
and
make sure
Judge-
I see him and make sure he understands the stay away order. And it can be for a split second. I don't really care.
With
Judge,
every
if I may,
respect, Your Honor,
Judge, if I may.
erased the four
Stairs?
levels down from the media room upstairs the moment I heard counsel begin his request to close this hearing. It's, again, our position that he is not
Judge, with all
entitled
due
to
respect,
close this hearing.
this is not a closed hearing. The hearing
Technically, it
was
is if
open.
he is not coming before the court and I cannot see
No,
him.
Judge.
And the
Judge,
law-
Remember before how you
respectfully-
wanted the video on because you couldn't see this court, what's going on in here? I have a right to see
Judge,
him.
And Your
Judge,
Honor,
if
believe
I may
the law
respectfully-
requires
Judge,
that
can
we
I just
have,
ask this
and the public
gentleman
has the right
to
see it.
let me address the court as counsel? This gentleman at this point is not a party to these proceedings.
Absolutely not. He's here on behalf of the media, and they always work on whatever they work on the fourth floor, and I understand your concern, Mr. Nelson. And the only thing I would say is I need to read him the stay away order. I already read it. I want to make sure he understands it. Bring him over correction so I can make sure he understands the stay
Okay,
away
and
order.
Judge, I'm going to ask that our client basically, I'm going to ask that he enter the room with his back towards Your Honor, not as a sign of disrespect, so Your Honor can see him. Your Honor can read him the order, and he can acknowledge the order as he's done already. There's absolutely no
Mr.
reason.
Snyder, I don't really want to get into this. I need to read him a stay away order, make sure he understands it. Whatever else they do, I already read the charges, it's fine. I need to make sure he understands the stay away order. That's it.
And Judge, with all due respect, I just want to be heard. That's already been done, with all due respect.
I didn't see
This
him
consti-
acknowledge that he understood it. I ask every defendant, do you understand the stay away order? I look at them and I make sure they understand it. And I
Judge,
made
with
a
all due
mistake
respect,
before saying I would waive his appearance, okay? Apparently,
Your
it's not
Honor-
the right
Your Honor
thing to
did-
do.
Your Honor respectfully didn't make a mistake, because before the intervention of the media, Your Honor was satisfied fully that our client heard the stay-away order, that he understood it, and he acknowledged the stay-away order. This, in effect, becomes a show-up procedure as well. And for the record, on behalf of the gentleman that we've just been appointed to represent, we don't wish there to be a show-up procedure at this
Okay,
particular point.
fine. Let me see him to read him the stay-away order, and then he can leave.
Okay, just note objection. Will Your Honor allow him to come in, not out of disrespect, but not facing the court?
Your Honor, I
Let-
beg the court's indulgence.
No,
that
I need to see him to,
If this were
Mr.
any
Nelson.
other proceeding,
He would be brought in the court.
defendants would be in the box, they would be in public view, our camera would be videotaping them.
So you'll see him in 21 days when he's brought before the division judge.
But
It's,
that's 21 days from now, Your Honor. This is a public proceeding that the camera is not being allowed to videotape. And
it's regardless of that, I need to make sure he understands the stay-away order. That's why I want to see him. I understand your concern, and I think, of course, the press, you have the First Amendment, you have a right to observe the court proceedings. A person can decline his appearance in court, but I need to read the stay-away order to him. That is my issue. Bring him over to read the stay-away order. I want to see him. Corrections, please bring him over. I'll read the stay-away order, then he can leave.
Okay, just note objection. This is our client's first appearance. He
Mr.
has the
Mr.
absolute right to
Johnson,
waive
you're
his
ordered to
presence.
stay away from Blanca Yolanda Vargas. Do not have any contact with her, either in person, by telephone, or through third parties. Stay away from her home and place of business, and that's the residence in Key Biscayne. Do you understand, sir? Thank you. Have a good day. And you heard the bonds. It's no bond on counts 1, 2, 3, 4. Count 5 is 15,000, and count 6, what is that, 100,000? The attempted manslaughter is 100,000. Thank you. Have a good day.
Your Honor, thank you for your patience. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder. Let me make a note of this.
And obviously, our objection remains noted for the record, Your Honor.
And Mr. Snyder, I'm going to talk to the legal department about this issue. I never waive their presence usually here unless they're refusing constantly and it's not a violent offense. Whenever somebody requires a stay-away order, I always bring them over.
And he was here, and Your Honor read the order, and he did acknowledge it.
I couldn't see him. Thank you. Let's go on.